Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. All right, well, I sure hope it's a little bit cooler where you are than where I am in Durban today. It is hot. It's like 34 degrees Celsius outside. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's pull some cards. Let's see, what energetic weather do we have for the beginning of this week, being Monday and Tuesday. We've got the Six of Swords. As you can see, this lady is moving away from choppy water to smoother water. So this is about healing, moving on to better things, moving on to smoother waters, smoother times ahead. But it might be a bit of a bumpy ride getting there. So in the beginning, right out of the beginning, like this morning, Monday morning, we might feel a little, right? Like we're getting our sea legs, if that makes any sense. What sticks out for me here is how I notice these things when I do videos only, which is the weirdest thing. A good point on perspective there, isn't it? I don't notice these things when it's right in front of my face. When I do this, I see it better. Okay, look at these crows that are pulling her towards the shore. It's like they're pulling her out of deeper waters, right? So crows to me represent magic, intuition, right? Foresight, the bird's eye view of things, okay? So in the beginning of this week, thank you. I'm hearing Spirit say that in the beginning of this week, we might feel tempted to react to certain things in the same old way, right? But we're going to get yanked out of that very quickly. It's like our intuition is going to kick in and say, slow down, take a deep breath. You can respond differently to this. I'm also hearing non-reactive. So we might find in the beginning of this week, we might be not as reactive as what we would normally be, okay? But yeah, in essence, beginning of this week, Monday, Tuesday, moving from choppy waters to smoother waters, coming out of the darkness, coming out of difficulty. There's that energy. It's like we've reached the shore, okay? Very nice. Let's get some elaboration from the wisdom of the oracle. And let's see what guidance is here for the beginning of this week. We have imagine. In other words, when you get to the shore in the beginning of this week, when you get to smoother waters, how are you imagining your path forward from here? Now, what I'm hearing with this, Spirit is saying, look, we always know that manifestation now, creation now is much quicker than what it's ever been. But I'm hearing Spirit say that now it's a lot quicker, it's a lot easier to manifest, to create, to allow what we want into our lives. It's happening easier and quicker now, okay? So therefore, make sure your mind, your imagination is only going to the shore. It's only going where you want it to be. Like, where's your mind going? What are you focusing on? And I'm getting this, so this is the throat chakra. So what are you speaking into existence? What are you speaking into being? Be mindful of the words that are coming out of your mouth, because as we know, our words are like spelling. We create our reality like that. Okay. Keep getting drawn back to this. It feels like we've been on a hell of a long journey. Okay, it's been a long trip. It's been a long, bumpy ride. Now we've completed it. Now we're coming to land, grounded, okay? Now where to from here? What's the next leg of our journey going to look like? Imagine it into being. I'm also hearing intuitive hits, intuitive insights. Pay attention to the ideas you're getting in the beginning of this week, because it's showing you the potential of what's next. Don't then entertain the, oh, but what if it doesn't work out? That's old way of thinking. Okay, let's see. What guidance is here now from the Starseed Oracle for the beginning of this week? We have, I cannot pronounce this, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Hiraeth? Okay, something like that. Okay, so this is about coming home. Long journey, long trip in the trenches, long journey in boot camp, okay? Now we've come home from boot camp, but the home is different, okay? The home we're coming back to what do we want it to look like now? How are we redecorating our lives? Let that be your focus. Now I want to read out the message of this: longing for home, homesick for the stars. Let's see, what does the message say? Okay. The message, oh, it's a long message. Okay. Hiraeth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, a galaxy, or a star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to. A place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for unity of source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. Notice the travel here, movement. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find somewhere that they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone, and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You've been called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Okay, so what I'm taking away from this is life. We've been in the trenches now for a long time. Okay, we've been doing the work, we've been working hard on ourselves, we're facing our challenges, facing our shadow, etc., and we are exhausted. Okay, which kind of makes sense given that Pluto has been in Capricorn for the last 15, 16 years, and it's only now recently gone into Aquarius, where it's going to be for the next 15, 16 years or something like that. So, and Capricorn energy is very much discipline, structure, the patriarchy, the old ways of doing things. Now we're stepping out of that, and we're stepping into humanitarian energy now. We're stepping into the energy of the dreamer. The Aquarian energy is very much about the dreamer. It's about technology and innovation and humanitarianism. So we're stepping into that era now, and Pluto is the great awakener. Pluto is death and rebirth. So we're being rebirthed into something completely new, which this completely makes sense. We've been here in the trenches for so long. We're stepping into the new as a collective, okay, and also individually. A lot of us are stepping into beautiful new phases of our lives, okay, and we don't know yet what that's going to look like. This is why we're being called to imagine. Where do we want to be, right? What does home look like to us in the future? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Is it a place? Are you being called to move? Is it people? Are you being called to find your new tribe, make new friends? Is it your work? Are you being called to express your career differently or to work in a different place, right? So that's what this is about. We're coming home, our true home, the new home that fits us now. Amazing, amazing. Okay, now let's see. What energetic weather do we have now for the middle of this week, being Wednesday and Thursday? Let's see what energetic influences here for all of us. Wednesday, Thursday. Temperance, balance, patience. Notice the balance of the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine. I love that. So middle of the week, I receive this to mean be patient with yourself, be patient with life. You are finding your new feet. You are finding where you fit in now in your new way of being. I'm also hearing realities, different realities. So clearly there's a lot of timeline jumping going on as well. And how you'll know you're jumping timelines is when the usual triggers don't trigger you as much anymore as what they used to. You are responding differently to certain situations in your life, and you'll find your responses are a lot more calmer and a lot more logical than what they used to be before, which tells me healing. I mean, we all know we're healing a lot, we know that, but that's just evidence of that. So balance, calm, patience, take a deep breath in the middle of the week. Healing also. Okay, now let's take a Wisdom of the Oracle card for the middle of this week. All that glitters. So this card speaks of, as we are now coming home to a new reality, a new way of being, what we used to love, what we used to like, what we used to want might not resonate with us anymore. Okay, we might have loved that job or loved that person or loved that thing or that home or whatever. We might have really loved that and wanted that, but we might realize, actually, I don't know if I want that anymore. And I'm hearing craving for simplicity. So a lot of us are going to be, and I feel have been wanting and craving for a long time, to have an element of simplicity in their lives. Okay, so all that glitters might not be gold. All that we thought we wanted, we might not want anymore. And I'm hearing Spirit say it's okay to change your mind. Okay, let's get some further elaboration now from the Starseed Oracle. And let's see, what do we have for the middle this week? Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. It's time to step into who you really are in the middle of this week, right? So again, we might feel called to change career, change job, or do something as a side hustle that's more in line with who we authentically are. And what I'm getting with this is a lot of our psychic and intuitive gifts are going to be coming online, because I'm hearing Spirit say a new wave of light workers coming in now. Now, light workers, it's a term that's bandied about a lot, but essentially a light worker is a person who seeks to bring light, okay, to wherever they are. And that light can be in a creative sense. It can be in a metaphysical, psychic, intuitive, healing sense. There's more light workers now that are coming online. A lot of us are now waking up and realizing, hey, I'm here for a much bigger reason than what I thought, and I want to help make the world a better place. That's what light workers do. So a new wave is being awakened at the moment. Okay, so you're being called to use your gifts and help other people, right? Okay, so let's see what energetic weather is here for us now for Friday and the weekend. We have got the Six of Pentacles. This is about giving and receiving. Obviously, look at the abundance there. The money doesn't have to necessarily be only money. It can be, maybe you've got things lying around. Oh yeah, we're still in the theme of clearing out. So you might have a lot of things lying around that you don't want or need anymore. Maybe you want to donate it to charity. Maybe you want to give it to somebody else that needs it. Be open to giving this week, but also be open to receiving, okay? Because they're showing that term of the energy of exchange is going to become a lot more prevalent in this new age of Aquarius that we are now officially in, okay? So be open to giving and receiving in whatever form it may take, okay? But I'm also getting manifestation. So if your intention is to earn more money, create more money, know your worth financially, be open to receiving that now, because you'll be able to create prosperity a lot easier than what you were able to before. And the reason for that is because now you are much more authentic now. You're stepping into the more authentic version of yourself. And the more authentic you are, the more clear your vibration, the more clear the signal that you send out. And remember, the signal we send out energetically is what we receive in return. It's science. It's not as woo-woo as we think it is. Okay? All right, let's see what energy is here, what guidance is here for the middle of this week. Treasure Island, you cannot make this up. So this speaks about the obvious, more abundance and prosperity. Be open to receiving. Know that you are worthy of receiving all that is good. Because what I'm hearing Spirit say is when our head or when our heart is in alignment, okay? In other words, in our heart, we know what we want. We know what we yearn for, okay? And when that comes up into the crown chakra, we're able to receive ideas, which is the crown, on how to bring that in or how to clear out from the heart as in a lack of self-worth. So in other words, when we, thank you, okay. They're reminding us here that manifesting and allowing is not the same thing, okay? Manifesting is, I know what I desire. I'm imagining how nice it would be to X, Y, Z. That's conscious creation, okay? Goes on here, comes down, hits a block. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, blah, blah, blah. Now we can't receive. There's no space to receive what it is that we want, because it's blocked by fears, and as we know, fears are based on trauma, right? So as we clear the blocks, as in, I know my worth, I know my value, I love prospering and being abundant, because the more I have, the more I have to give. We clear the block, what happens? What we receive, it falls into our heart chakra, okay? So it's not so much, yes, we can manifest, but we also need to allow. And the best way to magnetize or to allow towards you is to let go of what's blocking its flow in the first place. Okay? So at the end of the week, this is a real time to let go of what the blocks are. And I'm hearing you don't have to do anything. This is the best part. Okay? And they're saying not just this week, forever. You don't have to do, yes, you have to take action, apply for the job, whatever. Okay? That's the action you do need to take. But the allowing is, I know I'm worthy, and I just have to breathe. And as I'm doing the things, I'm applying for the job, I'm starting the business, blah, blah, whatever, doing what I love, now we allow. It just allows, it comes, it's being magnetized to you because you've created a vacuum. Because what Spirit is showing is how we create that vacuum again is let go of the I'm not worthy, so the I'm not good enoughs, and there's not enough to go around, blah, blah. Those are old beliefs. As we get rid of the belief, now there's a vacuum, it's empty. So now we vacuum in what it is that we need in order to be whole. If that makes sense. All right, let's pull a starseed card for Friday and the weekend. What do we need to know? Star family, you're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So in other words, on this journey in this new world that you're entering into, the new you, you're not alone, right? Call on God, Source, Creator, your spirit helpers, your angels, your guides, right? Give them something to do. Ask for help, ask for the strength, ask for the courage, ask for the support, and it'll come to you, okay? Ask, and it is given. Be open to receiving. And how we are open to receiving divine support is we cannot be insisting that everything needs to work out our way, okay? How it works out is always better according to the divine than, in other words, God, Source, Creator, Universe, Angels, Spirit, Helpers, blah, blah, blah. They are ingenious. They can see the bigger picture where we can't. So they know how to do things better than we can. So once again, our problem is not the how, but the what. What do we want? How do we want to feel? Put it out there, okay? Give it over, and it'll come back to us in the form that is the perfect match for us, according to the frequency that we emit. Are we emitting the frequency of I am worthy, I am deserving? Yes, then you will get what you believe that you deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, I feel like I need another one. I'm loving this deck today. What else do we need to know, please? Trust the time. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Look at the wave she's coming in on, okay? So in other words, we're coming into this new reality, this new way of being, blah, blah, blah. Trust it, okay? Go with the flow. Trust the timing. There's our time and there's God's time, and unfortunately, they are never the same. Yeah, okay, interesting. All right, so it looks like a gentle week. A gentle week. It feels like we've been in boot camp for such a long time. You know, we've been pushed to pillar to post. We've been in choppy waters. We've been rowing our boats. It's been hectic. Now suddenly there's smooth water. Now how do we navigate smooth water? We float. We go with the flow. Enjoy the smoother waters because we've worked bloody damn hard for it. I know I have, and I know you guys have too. So here we are. Let's revel in it, shall we? Okay, now what do we need to surrender this week? What do we need to surrender, Spirit? What do we need to surrender this week in order to have the best week possible? This one. What do we need to surrender? Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Don't you just love this? That's exactly what this card is about. Giving and receiving. Okay? Allow yourself to surrender to receiving. A lot of us are bloody good at giving, but not so good on the receiving. I know I'm like that. I don't know about you. Very good at giving. Receiving, I'm fine. Yeah, the joy, right? Okay, so let's see now what our souls are up to this week. Let's pull 2 cards from the Gateway of Light activation. And let's see what are our souls up to this week. This one, and what else? This one. Okay, let's get the book. Okay, so the first one, I'm sure we had this card last week. Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens. Resolution, harmony. That's what Aquarius energy is all about. Humanitarianism, peace and harmony. Pleiadian activation. I keep hearing the word resolution within relationships. Healing within relationships. Due to our more open-heartedness, I want to say. So because we're more open-heartedness, we might feel quite emotional. Okay, we might feel more love than what we normally would. Okay, so this card says Pleiadian energy is about coming together in peace and in harmony. You are blessed to receive this gateway, for it is a powerful message of assurance that whatever uncomfortable energy you are experiencing right now will soon be washed away. The Pleiadians are beings who live in complete honor of their planets and their people. They acknowledge that in seeing and connecting with one another, they have an opportunity to see and experience the divine. They also know the consequences of disrespecting others. It's for this reason that this is no longer possible for them. If you're being challenged by loved ones now, aim to shift the dynamics of this relationship through a loving approach. The lesson you are facing at this time is an opportunity to heal old wounds and operate from a higher state of being. Now, what I'm getting with this is children. Children and our own inner child, okay, as well as us being children of our own parents, okay? So there might be a little bit of family dynamic shifting, but from a different perspective. So in other words, during this week, we might find ourselves looking at ourselves through our parents' eyes. We might be looking at our own children through their own eyes. So expect some powerful healing dynamic or shifts in the dynamics this week of our relationships. All right, and the last one says, I am presence, light body activation, accessing the divine within. Isn't that beautiful? This is us really realizing this week how sovereign we really are, how divine we really are. And what makes us divine, as I wax on lyrical about constantly, is that we are a fractal of the divine. We're a piece of God's source creator universe wearing a human vehicle that carries our souls around. We are pure light. We are pure soul. And we are being called to remember that all the time. Okay? And because we're a fractal of God's source, creator, universe, the all that is, we hold the same power. Okay, we are not victims, right? Okay, this message says, you are experiencing a great shift, which is helping you understand yourself in ways that were previously impossible. This is an exciting time. You are connecting with the highest form of intelligence within you. The body of light within you is growing brighter, and you are becoming aware of how your actions and choices affect the unfolding of your future. The bright light you are is expressing itself unapologetically. How I love this. I mean, how can you possibly be anybody else but who you really are, people? Okay? And that is what this is about. Okay? We've come out of the trenches. We've come out of boot camp. We've come out of Harvard University. Where are we going from now in these smoother waters? Who are we becoming? Who do we want to be? So now is a very good time to really explore who we really are, because who we really are is what looks like our new identity, but it's actually who we really are in the first place, without all the baggage, right? Without the judgment and the fear and the anxiety and all the nonsense that goes with it. We are changing and we are evolving, and we need to love who we have been, who we are, and who we are now becoming. Amazing. And allow support. Allow yourselves to be loved and be supported as much as in line or in proportion to the love and the support that you so willingly give to others. So there you have it, guys. It looks like a gentle week, a calm, peaceful week. Yeah, there you go. Sending you all so much love. Thank you once again for being here. Thank you for liking and sharing. And as you know, I am here to help you. You know this, you know me. I do readings all day, every day. I'm here to help, and sending you all so much love. Have a great week. Lots of love. Bye.